African scene. A tragic report on the African scene has it that on Saturday, a soldier opened fire at a military base in Mogadishu, resulting in the deaths of 5 people, including Somali military officials and an UAE soldier. The UAE Defense Military stated that 3 of its armed forces members and 1 Bahraini officer were killed in a terrorist attack. Now, while training Somali armed forces, the ministry also mentioned that 2 more individuals were injured in the attack. The UAE is working with the Somali government to investigate the incident. The gunman, a newly trained Somali soldier, was also killed during the incident.
Meanwhile, in South Africa, Julius Malema, the leader of South Africa's economic freedom fighters, delivered a powerful speech at the party's manifesto launch in Durban. He expressed solidarity with Palestinians and criticized Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, calling him a warlord and an international criminal. Malema also emphasized the importance of land redistribution and addressing the country's electricity crisis as top priorities for the EFF. The date for this year's general election is still to be announced.
Now, still in South Africa, its Electricity Minister Kongsiento Ramokgopa has denied claims of sabotage behind the recent power cuts. The power outages started last Wednesday and have been the worst since November. Fikile Mbalula, the Secretary General of the ruling ANC party, suggested that the power cuts were intentional sabotage, but Ramokgopa explained that leaking boiler tubes caused the outages. 9 major power units were affected, but 2 are back online, leading to a slight reduction in power cuts. The remaining 7 units are expected to be operational again soon. With the situation improving in March, South Africa has been dealing with power blackouts or load shedding for a while now.
And in Senegal, over the weekend, protests took place, resulting in the death of at least 2 individuals. The demonstrations were met with resistance from security forces who despised the groups. Local media reports confirm that the victims, both in their 20s, were killed in St. Louis and Dakar. One of the victims in St. Louis was a student, tragically losing their life on a school campus after the protest in the northern city. The postponement of the presidential election, which were originally scheduled for this month, has fueled anger among the population. President Sall cited a dispute between Parliament and the Constitutional Council regarding aspiring candidates as the reason for the delay. He expressed his intention to organize a national dialogue to ensure a peace electoral process. Opposition lawmakers and presidential candidates have filed appeals with the Constitutional Court and Supreme Court, respectively. Senegalese in the diaspora, including in France, have also joined in the protest. Crowds gathered in major cities such as Paris, Bordeaux, and Nice. Another round of protests is reportedly planned for Tuesday.
Well, Ghana is abuzz with excitement as the stolen antiques are finally returning home after 150 years. The Asante royal regalia and other objects are going back to the Manya Palace, symbolizing a reclaiming of cultural heritage. The response has been incredibly sentimental, with rituals and ceremonies welcoming this important symbol. Well, this return is not only a healing process, but also an opportunity for economic growth through tourism. It marks a significant moment in Ghanaian history and sparks a global conversation about cultural heritage restitution. More items are expected to come back in the future. In Ghana, especially the Ashanti Kingdom, is eager to restore its past and prestige. While in Zambia in January had to postpone the reopening of schools to February 12th, that is today, because of a surge in cholera cases. The Ministry of Education is working hard to make sure the schools are ready. They're collaborating with UNICEF to provide safe drinking water, hand soap, and disinfecting the learning spaces. It is really a great thing to see such proactive measures carried out in the face of such insecurity, prioritizing the health and safety of the children. And with that, we head on to the global report.